So, what do you do when you're forced to live in an environment that's just so toxic and suffocating, where every day seems like a battlefield just to maintain your own sense of self worth, your own sense of clarity? And it's because of the reasons that I've been coming out stating. What do you do when you're caught in a cycle of abuse, manipulation, where no one around you seems to care or take action to the torment that you're dealing with in order for you to be able to hopefully stop it? What do you do when your people use your vulnerabilities against you in that same way, playing on your fears, your insecurities, and pain that they create? And then they're willing to camp all over it, obviously, on YouTube. If I was working at McDonald's, not much would be different. I'd be being targeted. So, what do you do? Well, they appear to be the real ones in your life that are there for you, and they get you to trust them and stuff, and then they're just the same people that are the ones controlling you with poisons. What do you do? What do you do when the questionnaire, even inside of the medical field, suggests and asks, do you feel like your life is being controlled? And you answer, yes, because it is being controlled. And they ignore you and tell you that you need to go to a mental health unit instead of like looking at the toxicology report to help you prove a crime or blah blah blah. They don't want to do these things, and then on top of it I have paperwork that suggests that all of my medical history has been hacked. Well, that's all it states. It doesn't state whether or not they stole it. It doesn't state whether or not they don't have it anymore. It doesn't state whether or not they took it and rewrote over it. It doesn't state anything to the effect of what I feel that it would need to actually state, but every single last piece of my history with medical records has been hacked, I guess, and innumerable places. So I have that letter for a lawyer if they are here. Do you know a lawyer? I've been looking for like 86 lawyers for 86 different reasons, going in 86 directions, going 86,000 miles per hour on my YouTube. Creatively, uniquely, hyper pop, trap, hip hop, country, metal, R&B, jazz, any style I could think of to grow up the availability of my mind to surface to my mouth. Thank ChatGPT, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to speak. Much like I wasn't before. So I hope you understand. What do you do when your reality is constantly questioned and you feel like you have to prove your truth to people who refuse to believe in your experiences? What do you do when the weight of your trauma is that you've endured becomes too much to carry alone, but the systems in place and the people have turned away from you instead of helping you because they're not taking it seriously? What do you do? What do you do when you know you're not paranoid or delusional in that persecuted way, when these people have been taking about a serious and heinous crime against you, trying to make sure that you're dead, stealing up your personal space, your privacy, your mind is literally violated through the poisons, and even when you try to reach out for help, people dismiss your claims. And if anyone's like on your side, they're going to do everything in their power to make them just the same, or have them discredit you the same. So you don't have any reputable sources to go to about that kind of thing happening in your life. What do you do? What do you do when every single effort to move forward and break free from the abuse is met with obstacles and attempts to keep you trapped in a cycle of that same pain and suffering? What do you do? I would like my own energy and time back. I would like somebody to go and jack my life back from these people. Legitimately, my old Facebook account, my Gmail, everything that they stole away from me. I deserve it back. And then on top of it, I want to sue for about 86 trillion. I want to sue for 86 trillion, and then it can go to when I die. I mean, because I'll probably die, and I'll probably not be able to enjoy a penny of it. But if I could even get it there. But then I'd want it to go to my nieces and nephews and anybody else who's still alive that's a female in my life. Because I don't trust that there's men in my life. None. I was trying to build a formula. They were trying to build a formula in a whole nother way. Fashion. Excuses. Obvious reasons to me now, but weren't so obvious to me before. So what do you do when your efforts to expose the truth are met with these threats, gaslighting, and even medical gaslighting when you're going in with these very cold and calculated, acute symptoms that are caused by the arsenic and the cyanide poisoning? That's to also attempt to destroy your reputation and character. They're willing to move in that kind of way to gaslight you, not work to actually minimize the thought process that you're going through here. Instead, they're just like, which way can we push them off? I mean, that's how it feels. So in my opinion, that's what's happening. In my opinion, that these things have been gamed up all of my life, which is why when I went in there and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel. I have this heart palpitation. I'm having trouble breathing. I bruise easily. I got these lines on my finger. I've had warts and stuff, weird places on my hands, and I've also had like stuff like coming out of my fingernails, like literally like this, I don't know, weird thing coming out of my fingernails. What else? I don't know. Just the symptoms of arsenic abuse. If you look it up, I've had every single one of them, and they'll be like, in the ambulance, they'll be like, "Oh, I just want to make sure that you know what an arsenic abuse is." Oh, you fucking kidding me? I've been looking at, and like, sure, maybe you're not seeing those signs now because my nails have grown, and I've been screaming out about it for help for like a year and a half. More than that, really. And so I'm looking for help to help hopefully expose this crime before I flop on the ground and die. Because that's also what happens within an arsenic abuse, is you flop to the ground and die. And I've been flopping to the ground an awful lot in ways that were covert to me, and I didn't know what to do with it at the time. I'm homeless, thinking, I need the money. And then I was thinking, like, in Forest Lake, I was like, oh my God, did this guy just do this to me? Oh Lord, I gotta go in prayer, because I'm not going to remember these things again. I'm not going to remember these things again. And you'd run into places like that all the time, and they keep you poisoned up, and it's starting to work less and less because they're trying to get rid of you like a parasite. You see what I'm saying? And you're like, so I've probably grown accustomed a little bit to what they were doing to me. Anyway, so what do you do when others twist and turn that truth, causing confusion and making it hard to see who the real enemy is while you try to rebuild your life and purpose? I'm trying to rebuild my life and purpose. I have some amazing stuff ready to roll out on an amazing website if I was actually able to like put it together in that fashion, but these people have been targeting me. So what do you do? What do you do when you're attacked by those who want to break you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but you still hold on to belief that you can heal and be restored? What do you do? I do hold on to the belief that I could be healed and be restored, and I even think that I know how. I want them to like legitimately siphon the blood out of my body, little by little, and put it back into my body without there being arsenic in my blood. Like they clean the toxicity that way. And yeah, sure, it reaches into your extremities too and stuff like that. But if I could get rid of the feeling inside of my heart that's making it feel like it's a floodgate, that's just been like, enhanced pain and making me feel like at certain points you just get so lightheaded in general that you feel like you're just gonna fucking slip in your own car driving down the road and die. I don't like that. I know what it's from. I know far the fuck well I'm smart enough to figure this stuff out. I've been studying like nobody's business. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And literally I have been studying like nobody's fucking business. Like, if you actually looked at my studies, especially the whole box that just got burned by him, by, me losing my stuff prior times. That was the second time of me losing my stuff. And I've lost my stuff here and there. I've lost my stuff actually more than that. Now I think about it, this would be like the 5th time or 6th time of me actually losing my stuff. So I'm really tired of fucking losing, you guys. This has been a war against me, so that I just couldn't beat me at all. So, what do you do when you're being financially drained, at a disadvantage always, because those who are supposed to support you instead have taken it from you and left you struggling to survive? That would be my brother with the MTF money. You think that he should have a license then? No, I don't think so. He can't talk to me about this stuff, and honestly, when they had chances when I was like 23 to like change, do you think that they stopped? Do you think that they just thought, nah, we should just not anymore, and if something happens, let's just deal with it? No, they didn't. They kept going, hard as ever, which is why I have that video about repenting. Because they should be literally scared about the wrath of God. And if they don't do anything in an emotional way to change from these ways, I'm sorry, but I feel really bad for you people. My prayers go out to you people, because you are people that are created by God, created by a very loving God, and you guys need to really do some serious dark night of the soul, like, I don't know, emotional breakage here, big time. The dam is broken, and these people are just like scattering like water bugs. So what do you do when people who pretend to be Christ-centered and godly are actually the ones perpetrating those worse abuses, manipulating even your faith at times, and obviously your trust? What do you do? What do you do when you feel like your whole living environment is in constant betrayal by those closest to you, to cause you the most kind of harm in a way that's covert? You're not able to see it at times. You're not able to reason through it. And the reasoning that I did have at times when I was like, I can't drive to her place, I can't drive home, I can't go anywhere, it feels, I think they're GPSing me now, and trying to keep a tight watch on me, because she would be pulling around the corner at really awful times. Oh man.